So what in the Joe Budden versus DDG is going on the internet today? And you're probably wondering, are they beefing? Why are they beefing? Let me break it down for you. So yes, they are beefing, and they're beefing because Halle Bailey and DDG broke up, and the whole world is talking, and including Joe Budden, right? Joe Budden he's a commentator. He's gonna say what he's gonna say on the subject matter, and that's just how Joe Budden is. But the way how Joe Budden give it up sometimes, that'll make anybody want to fight him. And DDG didn't like how Joe Budden was giving it up about his relationship with Halle Bailey, so DDG called him old bitch. Just to sum it up for you guys, but we're gonna jump into the details. We're gonna jump into the details, right? But before we do, I would like to introduce who I am. Welcome to Chat with KST. I'm your girl Kay, and today we're discussing the drama between Joe Budden and DDG. I just want to add a quick disclaimer that everything that I do say here is allegedly. Let me say it like 10 more times because we don't want no lawsuits. But anyway. In this video, I assert nothing to be fact. I just share my opinions, and that's all I do over here is just talk my opinions, right? Anyway, back to DDG and Mr. Joe Budden. According to the Neighborhood Talk, DDG goes off on Joe Budden for commenting on his breakup with Halle. Nigga got 30 years max of life left, you old B-word. So I kind of broke down for you guys in the beginning what's going on with Joe Budden and DDG. So let's just talk about it, right? So Joe Budden gave his commentary on DDG, and his commentary was basically along the lines of that DDG seems to be a clout chaser. DDG seems to be someone that people only know because of Halle Bailey, and he's kind of happy that they're now separated so that they can in some way separate the brands per se. And now that the brands are separated, he feels like he will not have to see much more of DDG, because he feels like anybody that is supposed to be a quote unquote celebrity, rapper, whoever, you kind of have to stand on your own 2 feet and become established on your own and not attach yourself to someone else's brand and get popular from that. Like, build your own brand, build who you are, and stand on your own 2 feet, and then I'll respect you, is basically what a synopsis of what I felt like Joe Budden was trying to say in the clip that went viral. Now, DDG, he didn't like it. He's like, you old mother lover, talking about this, talking about that. But DDG wasn't really saying much about coming at Joe Budden. He was just trying to call him old and insult him and stuff like that, I guess because he felt offended by what Joe Budden said. Now, my hot take on this is that respect needs to be given, right? And it needs to be given because they need to understand that there is an age gap, right? So what may excite a 40-year-old, or what may excite you at 40, or what you probably know, or what you're into at 40, may not be what a 20 or person who's in their 20s may be into. So you kind of have to realize that there are 2 different demographics, like Joe Budden mentioned, and his is younger, yours is older, so you may not know him in your space, right? But you know, we should respect people in general and be like, okay, well, I don't know who this DDG cat is, but is he a cool cat? What does he have going on for himself? And I feel like that's the approach that I would have taken towards this. And I also I do agree with Joe Budden on you should be able to stand on your own, right? Like, who is DDG outside of Halle Bailey? Because we've only heard about DDG in association to Halle Bailey. So for me, instead of DDG getting upset about it and like throwing a fit, my response would have been a more mature one. I would have said, hey, look, the Halle Bailey and DDG brand has been tied together, so I do look forward to reintroducing myself and actually standing on my own 2 feet and not be like attached to someone else. That's the approach I would have taken. But I feel like DDG response was very immature. He could have taken the opportunity to explain who he is, what he does to people, and promote his own stuff, but he didn't do that. He just kind of flashed out, blacked out, like, you know, crashed out, or whatever you want to call it, out, whatever. But what do you guys think about it? Do you guys agree with DDG, or you guys agree with Joe Budden? I feel like both have their things that I agree with and the things that I disagree with. But anyway, comment down below. Bye.